Welcome to Practice with Paige. I'm Paige, and today we are going to be getting into tree pose. That is going to be our pose of the day. So to get started, we're going to start out in Tadasana, our mountain pose. So we'll bring our feet hip width apart directly underneath the hip points. We're going to roll up through the spine, roll those shoulders back so the chest is nice and open. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Hands come out to the side, palms face forward. We're going to press down into the corners of all four corners of our feet. Lift our toes if we can, just to kind of get that sensation of pulling energy out through the arches of the feet and really grounding down through the four corners, okay? This is just going to give us our stability, our base, our grounding, our foundation, if you will. All right, so from here, from mountain pose, we're going to shift our focus, shift our weight over to one side. Now, when we're doing this, you don't want to lock out the knees, so make sure you're keeping a nice little micro bend in the knees here. But if I wanted to, I could lift up this foot, and I'm still standing nice and tall here. So go ahead and bring that weight over to that one side. On the side that doesn't have the weight, start to lift up the heel and come maybe just toe to touch on the mat. Hands can be either still out the side here, or you can bring them to heart center, whatever makes you feel a little bit more balanced. And then start to bring that foot over to the leg so the heel is either resting on the ankle, on the calf. It can come up right below the knee, or we are going to bring it all the way up above the knee. So we're being careful not to rest that foot and that pressure on that joint of the knee, okay? Still keeping a nice little micro bend in the knee here. Bringing your hands to heart center or still out at your side for balance. You can stare forward, finding a certain focal point to focus on. This is going to help you maintain that balance. And if you fall out of this pose, no worries. We will catch you in your practice. So go ahead and give it a go, and you can always just get back in it, restart, re-arrive with a new breath, right? With that new inhale, that chance of a new arrival. Now, once you feel nice and stable here, rooted down through that grounding leg, option to expand your tree branches up as you inhale and reach those arms forward. Maybe bring that gaze up to the sky. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. Breathing here in tree pose. To come out, see if you can find a sense of control with that leg. And then bring it on down to mountain pose. You got it. Let's go ahead and keep it even. So we'll do it on the other side. So refocus here. Tadasana, mountain pose. Pushing down through all four corners of that feet. Noticing if you're leaning forward or leaning backwards, finding your center here. Stacking straight up through the spine, opening the chest, drop the shoulders, hands come to your side. Slight bend in the knees, shift that weight over to that opposite leg. Start to raise that heel up. Play around with just toes to touch on the mat. Using that breath that we've practiced on to anchor you back to this moment, okay? Recenter you. Go ahead and bring that foot, slide it up the leg, either at the calf, right below the knee, or we're coming up above the knee, maybe all the way into the groin. Find what feels good to you today. You guys, oh my gosh, okay. Way more stable on that opposite side, so maybe just take some time to appreciate the difference from one side to the other. But I think it's also, this is the foot that I broke that pinky toe on. still a little unstable with my balance there on that edge corner, you know. All right, so once you find your stability here, go ahead and open those arms out, roll the shoulders back. You can always step it out. See, everyone messes up. All right, coming back into it. Opening that chest nice and wide. And then once you find your grounding, your stability, your focal point, if you will, you can inhale those branches all the way up, maybe bringing your gaze up towards the sky here in tree pose. Couple breaths here. Shoulders down away from the ears, chest is open. And then come out of this if you can with control. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today as we did our pose of the day, which is tree pose. I appreciate you guys. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow.